My point is, Brett, is that you have to be very careful on that on understanding where you're at in the asset cycle itself, right? Does the market know it all that it needs to know? Is the efficient market working to its peak, and are you buying at the right time or the wrong time of that asset class?
Talk us through just those times when you made those shifts, right? When you said, you know what? It's like that book, Who Moved My Cheese? You ever heard that book? And
Yep.
essentially, like, sometimes you got to shift and make a change. So walk us through how you look at patterns, see patterns, and then again, how building wealth in real estate in 2024 may be the best buying opportunity we've seen in
Yeah.
the last 10
Well, I
years.
think for if you have any, CPAs out there in the audience or CFAs or, advisors on the finance world, they'll appreciate this. There's something called the efficient market theory. Okay. And, in college, I was like, oh, this is just baloney, whatever. But essentially, it's this theory in which the market knows all. Now there's some gaps in between, but eventually the market figures it out. And if the market figures it out, what I have found is that sharks swarm the water, too many sharks, you see too much demand, you see prices inflate in that asset class, margins are squeezed. And if you're caught at the wrong time in that asset class, i.e., right now, multifamily, commercial office, you're usually upside down on the exit. Okay. And I'll go further. Most people who manage a lot of funds, hedge funds, family offices, they make all the money on the buy during times of distress. There's a reason that there's $173 billion on the sidelines waiting for people who bought at the wrong time of multifamily, of commercial office, and now even developers who are underwater right now. I'm seeing it in the market already. So my point is, Brett, is that you have to be very careful on understanding where you're at in the asset cycle itself, right? Does the market know it all that it needs to know? Is the efficient market working to its peak, and are you buying at the right time or the wrong time of that asset class? So we've been very diligent in understanding in our asset classes, are we buying at the right time or the wrong time? And if we're buying at the wrong time, are we buying at the right price to hedge against that potential downside at exit? Okay, so each of my pivots throughout life have always been around usually a time where I saw margin squeezed, and then I, ferociously looked for an asset class I could go capitalize on thereafter.